This is the Horse Radio Network. Happy New Year, everyone, and welcome to the 8th annual All Hosts episode on the Horse Radio Network. Years ago, when we were only a few hosts and a little tiny baby, we started this tradition of getting together and having a virtual Christmas party, and we're back to do it again, and the number of hosts just keeps growing and growing. Now, these are all of the hosts that are on the full-time shows for the Horse Radio Network. Believe it or not, guys, if we had every host for like every once a month show and everything that we do, all the special episodes we do every month with Hit 'em, we would have 27 hosts on this call now.
Wow.
Yeah. So we can't do that because it's just too many. But let's
have a party.
That would be a serious party.
Keep telling you that, Glenn.
Let's go through the lineup. I'm Glenn the Geek, founder of the Horse Radio Network, host of a bunch of the shows. You all know who I am. Helena B. of the Stable Scoop Radio Show, first host, is here.
Happy holidays, everybody.
We turned 8. We're going on 9, right? 2008 is when we started. So that's right. Coach Jen of Horse Tip Daily started after that. I made her start. She lost her job, and I said, I need help. And she said, no, I'm not working with you ever again. And then look at this.
Aww.
She's still here.
Mighty Hody, everybody.
And that's exactly how it went, wasn't it, Jennifer? That's exactly how the conversation went. And then we have Dr. Wendy came aboard. We went driving at a farm, and Dr. Wendy was there, and she talked my ear off and said, she'd make a great host. Let's hire her. And that's exactly how that happened. Hey, Dr. Wendy.
Hi, guys.
Did you guys know that Dr. Wendy put in to do the Mongol Derby and actually got an email today wanting to do an interview, so she's one step closer?
Oh, my God.
That's so cool.
It's cool, but I'm having second thoughts now.
Would you use your own horse or one of theirs?
No, you can't use your own horse. You ride these. This is one of the reasons I'm having the second thoughts. You have to ride these unbroke wild ponies that they just round up, and then you get on.
And you go.
Not.
That's right.
Oh, my God.
And we're talking 26 different wild ponies over 9 days. Not even the same wild pony.
One of them's got to be good.
Yeah, you got to
Don't you have to ride them like really fast, really far too? It's just like
it's 1,000 kilometers.
You have to go. Yeah, it's 1,000 kilometers. So it's like doing like multiple endurance races on wild animals that aren't trained.
And you have to drink mare's, what is it? Fermented mare's milk.
I thought it was yak milk.
Yak milk. Fermented yak milk. I don't know what they call their females. Are they called mares?
Yeah, that's way better. I'm going to drink mare's milk.
Awesome. Oh.
Yeah, so there you go. And then we have Jamie Jennings, who's bowling right now.
Well, I'm sitting in the car outside the bowling alley just to really class up the joint, okay?
And she might have hit the bar a couple times before this call.
I'm on vacation.
Thank you for being here while you're on vacation, by the way.
Yeah, that's dedication.
There it is. That's right. You know what? Actually, I said, you don't have to be here. She said, do you think I'm missing that? You'd all talk about me. So here she is.
It's self-protection.
That's right. Self-defense.
Of course, the all host, yeah.
Of course, host of the Horses in the Morning show, Reese Koffler Stanfield of the Dressage Radio Show.
Well, hello. Happy holidays, everybody.
And then
Happy holidays.
She conned a guy named Philip from Canada into coming on the show for a couple of weeks. And 3 years later, he's still here. Philip Parks of the Dressage Radio Show. Hey, Philip.
Happy holidays from Canada, way up north.
Philip just got back from the Galapagos Islands and riding turtles, right?
Not riding turtles. Don't tell anybody I rode any turtles. I didn't. That's a big no-no.
Not allowed to ride the turtles? No.
There's a 2-meter rule. You have to stay 2 meters from everything.
Now, are they snapping turtles or are they friendly turtles, the big ones there?
The big ones are actually tortoises. They're not turtles. But yeah, they don't bite or go anywhere fast or do anything really.
So pretty much you paid $10,000 to go watch turtles sit around on the beach?
No, I saw so many more animals than turtles.
Oh, okay.
Like a lot of birds, sea turtles. We actually swam with the sea turtles, which are also enormous. And sea lions. We saw a lot of sea lions. We did a lot of snorkeling. Saw some sharks. There's a lot of cool stuff there. It's really awesome.
Cool. I think that's on everybody's bucket list too.
It's on mine now.
Yeah, mine too.
Except the sharks part and the sea lions. I'm a little round through the middle, so I could be mistaken for somebody's lunch. I would be afraid.
And on that note, Debbie Laux of the Horsemanship
Moving
Radio
along.
Show. Moving along.
Merry Christmas. Yeah. Hi. Happy to be here.
Are you guys all shocked that Classy Debbie actually comes back every year to do this?
I wonder myself. I'm with Jamie, though. I'm like, what? What'd they say? What? Yeah.
Just doesn't want to miss out. Well, this year has been the year of the listener, and on the Stable Scoop show, we have interviewed 50 listeners and had 50 listeners on that did product reviews. So we have had 100 listeners on the Stable Scoop show this year, and it's been so much fun to get to know our listeners. And one of the things that we did with the listeners is we asked them some rapid fire questions. And when we asked the auditors, what should we do at All Hosts this year? A lot of them said, ask the rapid fire questions. We want to know what the hosts think of those. And we're going to do that in just a minute. But first, we have to take a commercial break because without them, and thank God for our sponsors, we wouldn't be here.
Hi there, everybody. This is Chris Duggan at Equestrian Collections, and I'd just like to take a brief moment of your time to wish you all a super Merry Christmas this year from me and also from all of our staff here who are still being very, very busy Christmas elves today. But by the time you're listening to this, hopefully we'll all be back at home with our feet up and returning to doing some packing, which after the thousands and thousands of boxes packed, maybe we won't do the Christmas wrapping. But I just wanted to stop a moment and thank you all very, very much for buying from us, for being our customers, also listening to some of the episodes that we've done with Glenn on products. So I hope you all have a wonderful, wonderful holiday.
All right, it's time for the rapid fire questions. And Helena, you are actually first. You asked all these questions this year, so you get to get asked them now. Are you ready? You should know them by heart. You've asked a lot of them. Favorite food, Helena? Oh, did we lose Helena?
Oh no.
I'm here. I hit my mute button because I just sneezed.
She's new with this, Glenn.
Okay, my favorite food. I am. You know what? I'm forever green. Me and my horse. Okay, my favorite food is stuffed artichokes.
Ugh.
Ooh, yum.
Delicious.
Yeah.
We got half yucks and half delicious. Least favorite food?
Peas.
She's always hated peas ever since we've known her. I hate to ask Helena this one. She has about 50. What is your biggest equestrian pet peeve or equine pet peeve? Either one.
My biggest equine pet peeve, I'm going to start with that one, is there's two. Can I say two?
Sure.
I have two. The first one is when I'm picking my horse's back feet and he whips me in the eyeball with his tail. He gets
I
me
hate that.
every time. He's like, "Oh, I think there might be a fly, but it's very near your eyeball. Let's see how bad I can make it sting with the tip of my tail." So that's one. Two is horses who don't let you kiss them. They're like, they're standoffish. They're all like cute. They get in your space. They stand there. They're good. They listen. They join up. They do all those things you want. And then you go to kiss them, and he just moves his face just out of reach of my lips. He's like, "No, I really don't think so."
Is that because it's a deep psychological things from your dating days?
I don't know, but it crushes me every time.
Can't be rejected.
Yeah, that's right. What is
it's horrible.
What is the most terrifying thing you've ever done, and would you do it again?
The most terrifying thing I've ever done, probably, I would probably have to say, I can't even say fox hunting because that's not really terrifying. Flying in an airplane, I think. Flying in an airplane for the first time after the plane I was in had a mishap. We'll
Yeah,
just call it
that'll
a
do it.
mishap.
That'll
Coming
do
out
it.
of Chicago, I used to have to fly a lot for my job, and I used to go in and out of O'Hare in Chicago all the time, which is a really, really busy airport. And on the way home back to Boston one time, we had a little bit of a mishap, and everybody on the plane went white. Let's put it that way. They went pale white, and I didn't fly in for 10 years after that. So the first time I got on a plane actually was to Kentucky for Rolex, Glenn and Jennifer.
Ah.
Yep.
Huh.
That was the first time I
was
ever
it worth
did that.
it?
Yes, because now I fly all the time.
There you go. See? You overcome your fear. If you could have just one superhero power, what would it be?
To make more superhero powers for myself.
Oh,
Greedy.
that's a good one.
That is a good one. That's the
a
first one to
very
say
good
that. Very good. All right. Now, this is interesting because I don't know what my wife is going to say to a couple of these. We've been married for almost 30 years. Jennifer, favorite food?
Pizza.
Yeah, I kind of knew that one. Least favorite food?
Well, I had to think about this because there's a lot of foods I don't like, but I'm going to say Brussels sprouts. I've tasted them many, many times and I still hate them.
Yeah, she is
I
trying.
was going to say for you, Jennifer or Glenn, anything green. Like pure green.
This is true.
Biggest equestrian pet peeve, and I know your list is as long as Helena's, so go ahead.
Bad hands. Oh, man.
Good one. Good one.
Makes my blood boil.
There you go.
Nice.
I've watched her watch people with professional riders with bad hands, and we've actually walked out of a few tests when she said, I can't watch this anymore. What's the most terrifying thing? And would you do it again?
There are two of equal value, but it comes with a caveat because at the time I said that I would do them, I didn't realize they would be terrifying. It wasn't until after the fact. And one was going caving and the other one was going on one of those high-rise obstacle courses.
Oh.
And the answer is no, 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 and no.
There you go. And then let's see here. If you could have just one superhero power, what would it be?
Oh, I would be Elastigirl from The Incredibles. Oh, she was all soft and squishy. I know her knees never hurt.
Everybody here can relate to that.
Yeah.
Jamie, I know that you have to cut out of here kind of early because you are on vacation. Do you want your questions next?
Let's go.
Favorite food?
Do it.
Tofu. Got that one.
Spaghetti.
Tofu
No,
spaghetti?
My favorite food is spaghetti.
Oh, okay.
I just love spaghetti. It's a comfort food. It's delicious angel hair pasta with like a really good tomato sauce. That's all I need.
But you're missing the meatballs, which is what makes it really good. The least favorite
Gross.
food?
Olives. Ugh.
Oh, that's
I can't
right.
I forgot.
Even in
about that.
martinis?
I know. I can't even eat something that has been touched by an olive because it's been contaminated.
Where did that come from? Jeez. That's a deep-seated one.
Weird.
Yeah.
It's genetic, I think.
And I think I have no idea which one of the many pet peeves that we've talked about on the show is going to be your biggest. I have no idea.
I gotta say, Glenn, when I started thinking about this at the beginning of the show, my brain hurts from all the like things that bother me about watching other people with horses. But I tried to think something just really easy and small is what happens at my farm when these teenage girls are like, oh, I'll turn the horse out or I'll walk horse from point A to point B, and they put a halter on it and then they go to lead it by the halter. No lead rope. That makes me crazy. Put a freaking lead rope on the horse. If that thing backs off, your arm's dislocated or there's a loose horse. Sorry.
Or
Feel a
both.
little upset about that one.
How do you really
That's
feel,
a pet
James?
peeve. Yeah, that's a pet peeve.
Yeah, I can tell. There was
The
a
other
little...
thing is obvious. Yeah, there's something there. I'm sorry. Yeah. But the other thing is obviously no helmets, especially on kids. Oh my gosh. Put a helmet on your child.
What about most terrifying thing you've ever done, and would you do it again?
The most terrifying thing I ever did was my first, not with the Horse Radio Network, because that wasn't too terrifying, but my first day on the radio where like I had a scheduled it was 4:12 in the afternoon. I was doing my first ever official traffic report, and my voice was shaking so bad. I was so scared that my brother called me, and I had my phone turned off, but I heard the voicemail later. My first radio name was Jamie Steele. So I'm Jamie Steele, and you're listening to 790 The Zone. All right. So I do the whole traffic report. I got done with it. I was so nervous. I get a voicemail from my brother, sweet angel brother. Hey, me Steele, great job. I was so scared.
Well, I know you would have done it again because you did it for 10 years. So you went back.
I did, yeah. I kept going back. Somehow they didn't fire me after that monstrosity of a mess, but I was so scared. I was shaking.
That's funny. If you could have just one superhero power.
Oh, gosh. You'd have to want to fly, right? I mean,
Yeah, that's it.
I'll take the Superman, hop in the air and zip around. That'd be amazing. I'd do that one.
Okay, cool. Well, I know you have to run to get back to the family. Thank you so much for joining us, and Happy New Year.
Oh my gosh, Happy New Year to all of you. I love you all so very much.
Merry
and
Christmas.
I wish I was Merry Christmas to y'all too. And I will talk to each one of you soon. And I just want to say before we go, thanks to all the listeners. Y'all are amazing. You guys are listening to this out of choice. You don't even have to. It's incredible. So we love you guys all so very much. And thank you all. And Glenn, again, you and Jennifer, Glenn, you're an evil genius putting this whole thing together. And look at all the people you've brought together and employed and made a life for. And anyway, it's amazing. So congratulations to you. And I love you all so very much.
All right. Well, we expect you back at work next week, okay?
Jamie. Yeah.
All right. See you, Jamie.
All right. Bye, guys.
Bye. Bye, Jamie.
Bye.
All right, Wendy, you're up next. Favorite food?
Oh, no. Well, I thought about this. I have a lot of favorite foods because I love eating. But I thought, what's something that I really just couldn't live without? And it has to be coffee.
Yeah, she is kind of coffee driven. Yeah.
I'm addicted to coffee. I cannot live without it.
First thing she gets up in the morning when she stays here, she runs in and she's so disappointed when she has to make her own coffee.
That's not true.
A little bit.
But
true.
I think everyone around me is much happier when I get my coffee.
That's true. We don't want you to live without coffee, Wendy.
No.
How many
I
pots
know.
did
That's
you
why
have
it's
on
my favorite.
Radiothon Day? You had a few pots on Radiothon Day of coffee. You did.
Yeah, I did.
Least favorite food?
Least favorite food's easy. I hate chicken.
She does.
And not because I love my own chicken. I've always hated chicken. It's gross. I don't want to eat.
She's the only one I've ever known that hates chicken, except for, like Jamie. What's your biggest equestrian pet peeve? It's not wearing shoes at the barn because she walks around in flip-flops all day.
I thought about this a lot because I thought, I know I'm going to piss off so many people with all my equestrian pet peeves because I can't help it. I'm a snobby horse person. Okay. But then I thought of one that relates to the really bad ads.
Okay.
I hate when people you have the really bad Craigslist ads that we read. They usually are accompanied by a picture of somebody on a horse, and the person is way too big for the horse that they're trying to show for sale, and they have shorts on and no shoes. Or the horse is just in the field eating and has his head down. I can't stand that. If you're selling your horse, you should brush them and try to make them look their best. And maybe put a halter on.
Yeah, can't argue with any of that.
With a lead rope.
And a
Make
lead
sure you have
rope.
a lead
Yes,
rope.
that's right.
With a lead rope. With a lead rope.
Okay.
I have another equestrian pet peeve. Can I say my second one?
Go ahead.
I'm all for helmets, and I do wear my helmet when I ride. But I hate when somebody puts a cute picture of their kid on an adorable pony that's probably been somebody's kid pony for forever. And somebody always comments, "Where's the helmet?"
That'd be Jamie. You could be glad Jamie jumped off.
These kids wear a helmet. But I hate these nasty, snarky comments. Where's your helmet? The picture could be nice and people can enjoy riding. Sometimes they forget their helmet.
What's the most terrifying thing you've ever done?
Oh, the most terrifying thing I've ever done was, you reminded me of this today. On the Santa Monica Pier, they have this trapeze school, and it looks really fun from the ground. So I was like, oh, it looks safe, fun. So I like signed up to do it. You go way up on this huge tower on the Santa Monica Pier. So you're also like another like 50 feet above the water. And you have to like jump off this trapeze platform and then swing around and then jump over and hope this guy catches you.
How'd that go, by the way?
It went great. It was really fun. I did it over and over again. But the first time, it was terrifying.
I think you're probably the only one that here that's done trapeze, right? I mean, I don't know. I'd see anybody else.
yeah.
You know, we're
Safe. They're all harnessed in, but it's like when Jennifer was saying the ropes climbing thing.
yeah.
You know you can't fall, but it's just something about being that high up. Even if you even though you know that the rope will catch you, you're still scared.
Isn't that true of the zip lines, guys? I mean, most of you have probably done zip lines. The first jump off a zip line is a little interesting. That's always the same way. Superhero?
Well, it used to be flying, but now that I feel that's so boring. So yes, my new superhero power is going to be, I want to be Lorenzo.
That's a good
You
one.
win. Wendy,
I
I
think
think
you-
night.
I think you need to be a superhero to do that. I don't think normal people can do that. You have to have animal communication power, and you have to have balance.
You want to be Dr. Doolittle.
That's it.
She's
Kind of
close.
lame.
She's Dr.
Kind of
Wendy.
Yeah, that's right. She's close.
With athleticism and balance.
Yeah. See, that's the part you're missing. All right, Reese.
Thanks, Glenn.
Reese, favorite food.
Yeah, that was real nice. Huh?
My favorite food is pizza. I love pizza.
Yay!
Yay.
Yeah. So delish.
And your least favorite?
Cooked carrots. I hate cooked carrots.
Oh, I feel ya. Yeah.
Ugh.
That's rough.
They're just yeah. Raw carrots, great. Cooked, disgusting.
Not
Y'all
even
are
with
weird.
like brown sugar. Or
Oh yeah.
We are. What's your point, Philip?
yeah.
Hello.
I just point that out. You know,
Yeah, the carrots, they're just gross. They don't taste like carrots. Like, ugh.
They're kind of slimy.
Yeah.
They're just gross. I will. Yeah. I'm like, thankfully Travis likes them, so I just like shove them to my side and then give them to
He
him.
gets them.
He does. He's very good sport about it. Yeah.
Hey, Jennifer, are you writing all these down? Because in case they ever come to visit, we want to make sure.
Yes, we cannot have
let's give 'em
chicken.
want to make sure to
Cannot
feed
have-
them all Brussels sprouts, carrots, and chicken.
Yeah.
Pizza.
No cheese.
Jen and I are-
No
Jen and I are-
olives.
Olives. No
Olives, yeah, we have to. I love black olives. We'll have a case of those
No
sitting on the
olives.
table.
Just put a flake of hay. You know, if they come to visit, just throw them a flake of hay.
There we go.
Raw carrots, flake of hay,
yeah.
There you go.
molasses.
Could be fine.
Molasses.
The biggest equestrian pet peeve. I'm interested to hear Reese's on this.
Oh, well, most you guys know, like I have a lot of
Everything.
millennials. Yeah, they come through the barn. So I have so many, but I will tell you I will literally lose it if there's not a muck tub in the cart. Like
Ah.
when I was
that is a good one.
young, when I was
That is
young,
infuriating.
a horse stepped in it and like, we don't even need to get into it, but that happened when it wasn't even my horse, but it was disgusting. And I will literally go crazy if I see that. Yeah, that's a big one for me. Yeah.
What about the most terrifying thing?
You know, mine was when I went to Europe. I'd never been to Europe with my horse, and I was 18, and I loaded it up to work at Conrad Schumacher's barn. That was yeah. I look back at that, I'm like, that was really brave. Good going, sister. And I do it tomorrow now that I've done it. But when the first time I loaded my horse onto an airplane and off to Europe we went, that was really scary.
Yeah, that'd be scary at 18 or at any age, but
Yeah.
it's 18 especially.
Yeah, it was intense, but it was worth it. Changed my life. It was awesome. So
Superhero power?
yeah, so I'm the animal communicator.
Yeah.
I would just make my life.
Make the job easier, anyways,
Yes.
right?
Tell me and I'll fix it. Whatever you need. Your little big toe hurts. I'll take care of it. Just tell me, and not in a violent way. Like, I'm listening. That would be amazing. So I think I was also communicating.
All right, cool. Thank you, Reese. And of course, Philip, you're up next. Favorite food? Favorite Canadian food?
Well, favorite Canadian food, probably maple syrup, but also I have a huge sweet tooth. So I am just like, they call me a dessert monger because everything dessert.
I love you even
Specifically
more, Philip.
souffle or chocolate mousse. I just like the consistency of the like kind of a light. It's chocolate. It's all good.
And we're all getting
Phil,
hungry.
what about poutine?
Yeah, poutine. We love
that's,
poutine.
again, another Canadian favorite.
Oh, we found a place here in Ocala to get good poutine. Oh, it's good.
Yeah, with
too.
cheese curds, not just
yes,
cheese.
it has cheese curds. Yep.
How do you know it's a good
That's
cheese
what makes it
curd?
perfect.
This is pretty disgusting. Let's be real.
Oh, yeah.
How do you know it's good? Did
I
you
don't know.
say
It just tastes good. Like it's
No, it
like
squeaks.
like your
It squeaks.
each bite makes you
Cheese curds
fatter.
squeak.
That's
they
right.
squeak?
Yeah, that's right.
So gross.
right.
Except
Yeah.
when they're covered in gravy, then they don't squeak.
See,
as
that's why they don't squeak. That's the grease. Yeah.
much. And French fries.
Gross.
Least favorite food?
Anything really fishy, I guess.
Yes.
Or oysters are gross.
Yeah, they are.
Yeah.
Helena's up there going, "What's wrong with oysters?"
More for me. More for me.
More for you.
There you go.
Sorry,
That's
ocean's
fine.
only so big. Put them in a truck and bring them to my house.
Philip, biggest equestrian pet peeve?
Pet peeves. I was dealing with one of my pet peeves today is the snowballs in horses' feet.
Oh,
That's a good one.
Yeah, that's a good one.
And then any horse that I have to ride that won't stand still when you get on them,
Yeah.
just like I just will walk away.
When you have to do the flying mount. Yeah.
Go ahead, ride yourself then.
if it even moves a step, I do not like it. I need to be able to put both feet in the stirrups, and then I'm good to go. Then whatever happens, happens. But-
Okay, Cartman, respect my authority. That's
yeah.
I think I just peed a little one.
okay, Cartman.
I was trying to mix with the wine. It almost went all over the computer.
What's your most terrifying thing?
Two experiences I had recently. One was on my trip to Galapagos. We ended up doing a morning trip to one of the beaches, and on the beach, just in the surf was stingrays. Tons of stingrays, like 50, all along the beach. And they were feeding on microbes in the sand or whatever, but they were coming right up. And so we asked our guide to say, can we go in the water? Like, oh yeah, you can go in the water. So I grabbed Meredith's hand and I'm like, okay. We played this a quick game of chicken in the surf with the stingray. So we walked out, and waited for the waves to come and pushed the stingrays, kind of over your feet.
Ah!
The first one to chicken out, the first one to run out of the water was, and then the guy was like, if they touch you, don't move. You just want to be very quiet and, not be scared. But that was really fun. And and the other thing is just driving in snowstorms. I had to drive in a snowstorm because I went out to do some teaching and I didn't really pay attention to the weather. And on the way back, like an hour trip took like 3 hours. That's terrifying to not be able to see the road and yeah, it's horrible. So I hate doing that. And I try not to but I end up driving in snowstorms all the time because I live in Canada.
Right. Yeah, you really ought to
And
consider a
it
move.
really doesn't get any easier. It really is very anxiety provoking and terrifying every time you get stuck. You're like, damn it. How did this happen?
Yeah. It's like, where did this come from?
Yeah. Yeah. Never mind. We've lived like this for our entire lives. Where did this come from?
And your superhero power?
Superhero power would be teleportation, so I wouldn't have to drive anywhere.
There you go. Don't have to worry about the snow that way.
That's a good point.
Debbie, favorite food?
Oh my gosh. My favorite food is anything. My kids call me the goat. Mm-hmm.
Okay.
So
You're
I
Mikey.
eat anything.
Mikey would
at
eat
least-
anything.
Anything once anyway, You could find out later that you don't like it. Yeah. And least favorite food is anything like smelly cheese. I don't like smelly cheese.
No
Aw,
blue cheese for
No.
you.
I think that's,
That's just
fair.
wrong.
Any of that moldy,
Yeah.
smelly cheese.
Yeah.
That's,
Yeah,
I don't think
no,
you're
the kind
supposed
you have
to eat it
keep under
anyway.
glass and everything. That's just not right.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Mhm.
I don't think you're really supposed to eat anything moldy anyway. That's
Right.
Yeah.
I know.
Yeah.
Don't go into yogurt and all that. I know.
What
I know.
about penicillin and blue cheese?
You don't
yeah,
need
it's all in your
penicillin.
veins.
yeah, that's
but-
right. You don't need
there we
it.
go.
Debbie likes her cheese IV, please.
Yeah.
Yes,
Okay.
blue cheese is only for penicillin. That's it.
All right. This is interesting, and everybody's going to want to hear this. Monty Roberts' daughter. What is your biggest equestrian pet peeve?
I know, right? So what?
No
I took
pressure,
this-
Debbie.
wait,
No
I've
pressure.
I heard the answer both ways, and like I didn't know if it meant like I hate it when the mane goes one way, halfway up, and then the other way. That's one of my equestrian pet peeves. So, but
I feel your pain there, Debbie.
you know what I
Yeah,
mean?
I got it.
Those are the thick ones, like flop, flop,
Yep.
flop.
You have to get mad at the horse when they don't know how to grow their hair right.
Yeah,
Yeah.
no, it's not their fault. It's just an equestrian. But no, people beating on horses. I mean, are you kidding?
Yeah, I mean, that has
Oh,
to.
Yeah.
Of course.
We were counting on
That's-
that one.
Thank you.
Your dad would have disowned you if you hadn't said that. here.
Right.
So
I know, that was the call in.
But right after that comes bad mane.
because bad manes, right?
right after that.
Most terrifying thing.
Well, actually, I was thinking about this. Thank you for sending those questions ahead, by the way. Just to let everybody know we cheat on this, that we get these ahead. So it's that I have a bigger fear of failure than I have of anything. When I started thinking about everything, I was like, I didn't want to do it because I didn't want to fail. Which could mean dying. Like if you're doing the things over Mexico and you're not sure about the rope that they used when they drug you over the ocean, things like fear of failure, and that would be bad. But no, I mean, actually, probably when I put down podcasting, you probably didn't think I'd say that, but that was probably one of my biggest
It
challenges.
was. How many years did I try and talk you into this?
Years. See, there you go. I can do
And she
anything
kept
else.
saying, I can't do it, I can't do it, I can't do it, I can't do it, I can't do it. And then you did it.
And then you made me.
I made her do it, pretty much. Yeah, that's true.
And you're here.
I just finally said, hey, look.
Here's what you do. You did. You actually did. You said, here's what we're going to do. We're going to call you on Thursday. I'm
Yep.
like, oh,
And you're going to do a show. I'll walk you through it.
do a
That's
show.
right. That's right. Philip was kind of the same way. You were kind of the same way for the first episode or two.
For you, Philip.
Yeah.
Or 3, or like 5, or
Is that
7,
yours?
or
Yeah.
how
we
many have I
should-
done so
Yeah.
far?
Unarchive those first shows. They were a little brutal.
Well, you
They're
know
a little
what?
rough.
It was after we told him he could drink that it got better. And then,
Oh,
yes.
Just a caveat. Yeah.
So we encouraged drinking and then it got better. Debbie, superhero.
Yeah, I don't watch the superhero, so I had to kind of look up some of these things, and I'm with you guys on the flying, but I like it. It's not just flying like flap, flap, flap. It was like I found that there's superheroes that fly like with wings and some, but I like the old Superman, like put one hand forward and one hand back, and like I think it's Mighty Mouse. Actually, wasn't it?
Mighty
Mighty
Mouse.
Mighty Mouse. I haven't thought
Yeah.
about it.
Yes.
Flapping. Mighty Mouse came before Superman, didn't he?
Yes, he did.
Here
Mighty
I
Mouse
am to save the
invented the
day.
one hand forward flying routine
Thought of
with
that.
with the cape. Absolutely.
Yes. Got to come with a song, though. I suppose I got to have. Here.
Insert here Mighty Mouse song.
Yeah, okay, I'll
I
find
just
that
sang
and
it.
add
You
that.
didn't hear me?
See, that's Jen. Thank you, Jen, my producer. That's awesome.
Helena, we didn't hear you. You'll save me having to find it. Go ahead, Helena. Sing it.
You sing it for me?
Here I come to save the day.
Yeah, see? There we go. Sold.
Right?
I love it. I could hear Gene Wilder in that. Was that a little? Wasn't it? Like,
Right along with Speed Racer. Right beside Mighty Mouse. Hey, okay, Helena, your turn to ask me.
All right. Mr. Geek.
Yeah.
What's your favorite food, buddy?
Favorite food is my mom's chocolate cake. She made the best chocolate cake. We still have the recipe, and unfortunately, it has tons of sugar, and I can't eat it anymore. But my mom's chocolate cake.
Did she ice it with chocolate as well?
Oh, yes. Homemade
Mm.
chocolate icing. Chocolate with chocolate. None of that white crap.
So what won't you eat if
You know
like,
the answer to
someone
that.
holds a
wanna-
gun to your head, what
you-
won't you eat?
You could answer that. Anything that comes out of the water.
I know.
Anything comes out of the
Except
water.
for
Boiled
Anything?
hot dog, yeah.
Yeah, anything that
Anything.
comes out of the water.
Except the boiled hot
Seafood,
dog.
fish. Yeah. I'll boil things, but if it lives in the water, I'm not eating it.
Even lobster?
No, my family loved lobster, and I tried it a couple times, and I don't know how you people eat seafood or shellfish or any of that stuff. Ugh.
Who's your favorite professional equestrian?
Oh, you turned it around
Curveball.
on me.
Nice.
That's a good question.
You have to have multiple ones.
Yeah,
at
see,
this
I'm
point.
going to piss somebody off here. My wife.
Yeah.
Oh,
Right
good
answer.
one.
There you
Good
go.
one,
Trying to score
Glenn.
points.
Yes, good
Yeah.
one.
Thank you, thank you, thank you,
Ah, he's the
Doghouse
head of
for
the
some
horse
reason.
husband.
thank you, thank you,
Uh-huh.
thank you.
Okay, now the next question, I think a lot
the
of
answer's
people are
my
really going
wife.
to be interested. What?
The answer's my wife.
No.
No.
Well, okay then. Here's the question. What profession other than the one you have now would you like to attempt?
I always wanted to be an FBI agent.
Oh, well, Wendy and I could be spies. We could be your spies.
Yeah, that's right. I always wanted to be an FBI agent. I
Double O Glenn.
if you look
the
at,
angel.
seriously, if you look at my high school yearbook, it says FBI agent.
That's cool.
So you like to do like secret undercover detective work? Like
Uh,
international?
I just don't know. I always wanted to be an FBI agent.
What's the badge?
It was a
go ahead and say
badge, the
Yeah.
power trip. But then I found out it required schooling and work, and that was the end of that.
It's required.
A lot. Schooling and work.
Yeah. It's like
A
8
lot.
years in college, and like, who wants to do that?
Reading.
So-
There's a lot of reading involved.
So I became an insurance agent
A lot
instead.
of reading.
Yeah, that's true.
A lot of
A lot
brain
of
work.
reading and thinking.
All right, we have two more questions for you.
Yeah.
I'll go with the standards. What was the most terrifying thing you've ever done, and would you do it again?
Yeah, I can't talk about this one too long because it'll hold your ears,
take my
Jennifer.
headset off.
Okay. Getting lost in a cave with a group of about 4 other people, and we were lost in there for hours. So that
Oh
was,
my god!
Were you in a tour? Was this a cave tour?
No, we did cave trips when I was in high school with some serious spelunkers, and we went deep into this one cave, and we lost a group in front of us. And
Oh, gosh.
we had to turn around, get back out. We had made several turns, and we did not do the M&M trail. So that was we made it out
You were
after about 8 hours.
Amateur spelunker?
Yes, and we had lost
Spelunking.
the guy in front of us went too fast. He was the professional. And by the
This is
time
like
he
one of
realized,
these movies, these
Yes.
cave movies.
yes, but
You're so lucky that you didn't have like a crazed killer maniac chasing you through the cave. at the same time.
we were in West
Or, you know,
Virginia,
like a panic
so
attack or something.
we were in West Virginia. That's possible.
Yeah.
Okay, Jennifer, you
All right.
can come back now.
Last question for you, sir. Last
Yep.
question. If you could ask Scooter
Oh, geez.
just one question and he could answer, what would you
Am I
ask
limited
him?
to one? Because I could ask Scooter a whole lot of questions.
Just one.
This is tough because I have about 1,000 questions for Scooter. Like, why? Can I just do a general question? Can I just
Sure.
say why? Why, Scooter? That's my question.
So Scooter just shows up and you got a big fat why.
Yeah,
on
I got a
your
why because and I'm
That's
just
just
going to
it.
let him answer whatever why he wants to answer because I just want to know why. Why are you this way? Okay, there's my
The
answer.
answer is because he's a pony.
Yeah.
Because he can be. He's safe with
can.
you, so he can be everything that he was meant to be, which is crazy little Scooter.
Yeah, why? Because he's a hackney pony. All right, let's take a commercial break, and we have a couple more questions that the listeners submitted that we'll get to right after this. The Horse Radio Network is excited to announce a new partnership with the Fairfield Inn North by Marriott in Lexington, Kentucky for Road to the Horse and Rolex. The Fairfield Inn North is right off Newtown Pike and Route 64 near the Cracker Barrel and only 10 minutes from the horse park the back way, the low traffic way. The Fairfield Inn North has spacious rooms that are being completely renovated now and will be ready in time for Road to the Horse. Plus, the Fairfield Inn North offers complimentary breakfast, a free Wi-Fi throughout the hotel, a huge free parking lot, a business center, indoor swimming pool and jacuzzi, outdoor patio with grill, a laundry facility, and much more. The Cracker Barrel is located right next door, and there are 4 other dining options available for breakfast, lunch, and dinner right around the corner. Just for listeners of Horse Radio Network, we have negotiated some great rates for you for Road to the Horse and Rolex. For Road to the Horse, we have the rate down from $160 to $120. If you're going to Rolex, we have the rate down to $199 from $260. There's a very limited number of rooms available at these rates, so call in your reservations as soon as possible. Search for Fairfield Inn North in Lexington, Kentucky. It's the one on Hackney Place. You must call in your reservation and ask for the Road to the Horse or the Rolex Early Bird Special. So that's the Road to the Horse or Rolex Early Bird Special. Search for Fairfield Inn North by Marriott. Debbie, we're going to start with you here. And this is an interesting...
Flip it upside down. Okay.
Katie wanted to know, have you had your lifetime horse?
Not yet.
Oh,
I don't think so.
Well, that's good.
Yeah, I know. I'm excited about
Lots
that.
of room for possibilities there.
Crazy possibilities.
Okay, I'm going to ask Helena that.
Have I had my lifetime horse?
Yes.
I think every horse is my lifetime horse.
Oh.
I'm like a gushy romantic.
Answer.
So I meet any horse. I'm like, where have you been all my life? I honestly don't know what a lifetime horse is. I think that you can invest your heart in any horse you have and find out what's really special and unique about them and fall in love with that thing. And if you never really get to do the thing that you think you want to do, but instead end up doing the thing that horse is good at, that's incredibly satisfying. So I think pretty much every horse you meet has that potential. So I don't know how to answer that.
I think they have that potential, but did they end up being that in the end?
I think they are that. It all depends on whether or not you want to see it in them.
Oh, well, then you see, you're going to go deep here. I have to go over.
Yeah.
I have to go over to Reese and ask that question.
Well, I have had, that horse. I've had a couple for sure, but I had one that made my career, and that was Casper, and I just adore that horse. And he's not far from Glenn, retired, and he's pretty cool to compete that horse internationally and sort of do what we did, which was not maybe in the plan. It was in the life plan, but I didn't think when he came around that would be the horse. And I hope I have another one. I have one coming along, but Casper was pretty cool. So
too, and I think too, to elaborate on you, Helena, I think it's the horse that you can trust, period. That no matter what, they're going to deliver. They're going to deliver you safely out in whatever situation you're in. Mm-hmm. I'd like the Wines Piper, my first driving a pony, and that pony was never going to make a wrong step. And we went through. We drove that pony through amusement parks to the middle of Philadelphia in the city. We drove that pony everywhere, and you knew that you were going to come out alive at the other end. So, for me, that's what it is. It's that you can totally trust each other, and I don't think you get that with every horse.
No.
But Helena, I understand what you're saying too. All right.
Yeah, I don't. Either I haven't had it, but I don't even think that way. I mean. And
I know you well enough to know you don't think that way. That's correct. You don't.
Yeah.
All right, Philip, I'm going to ask you the question. Surprise us with something we don't already know about you.
Oh,
that's actually really hard because I get to talk a lot about everything.
Because I don't shut up.
Yeah, well, I have no idea.
All right.
I've always done horses. I just do horses. I get to talk about horses now all the time.
You got beat up in high school and stuffed in a locker?
No, nothing too bad.
Yeah.
He flunked French.
That was mine. All right. Well, then let's go to Debbie because I'm really curious about yours, Debbie.
Okay. So probably this will surprise you that I graduated from a boys' boarding school.
Where were you
All
in,
right.
in
Our
disguise?
first Candy Ghost.
Good.
True, but I didn't have a sex change. No. Yeah, I did. Actually, there was only 16 girls in our high school, 5 grades. How about that?
Did you like get asked out every day?
No.
Oh.
Ugh, no, they're like brothers. They're all like brothers at that point, right?
I was going to say the averages were in your favor. That's awesome.
No, you'd
but-
think it just doesn't. You just have to live it. It just doesn't work that way. It's just like we just all locked arms and walked with our backs to everybody. No, it was a boys' boarding school. Mm-hmm.
I didn't know that. And Dr. Wendy, I am almost afraid to ask. It has to be PG, Dr. Wendy.
Uh-oh.
I know, but I think you know everything about me. There's nothing we don't talk about
That's
on
true.
the show.
That's true. That is true.
Oh, I have something that I only shared with you
Okay.
Perfect.
Is
today.
it PG?
It is PG,
Okay,
but
good.
it's like super embarrassing for me, but I'm going to tell you guys anyway.
Gee.
To the moment.
Okay, so I feel like I'm pretty young, like I'm only 46, but I like missed my period, right? And I've been super responsible my entire life. I have never ever thought at one point in time I've ever been pregnant. And I got my tubes tied when I was 30. Okay, so I've never even worried about that. So then I'm like, wow, I'm too young to be menopausal. I can't be menopausal. I'm only 46. But then this went on and on and on. And I thought, well, I guess it's happened. But then I thought, no, this can't be. I must be pregnant. Like something must have happened with my surgery. And so I went to the Walgreens and I bought this pregnancy test. I have never, ever had to do that. And I was laughing at myself because I had to get out my glasses because I couldn't read the fine print. So I was
A
in
large type
Walgreens.
version like Reader's Digest.
Yes, I was in the Walgreens with I had to get out my reading glasses and read the box of the pregnancy test to see what it said.
They don't have
And I
large
thought,
print pregnancy tests.
how did they make the print on there so small? I couldn't read it.
Yeah, you're right. I didn't know that about you.
I know. I haven't really told anybody, but
You should have told me,
Yeah,
Wendy, because the
now
same
you
exact thing happened to me last year.
oh,
I was like,
that's why
what?
you have to get
What?
married. That's why you have to
Right?
get married.
Yeah, that's
Yes.
right.
So everybody, now my secret's out. You don't even need to ask me that question.
That's what we
Maybe
did.
this is one of the pains of menopause. You think you're pregnant, you have to get out your reading glasses to read the fine print of the pregnancy test, and you realize, wow, I'm just too old to even need.
All right, Wendy, you can drop the mic and leave. Yeah, right now. That's-
So wait, you didn't tell us what the results were.
yeah, anyway.
I'm postmenopausal. Luckily, it was negative because I'm not a kid person, and
No.
that's not a secret.
Oh, that was funny. Okay. All right, let's move on.
Please.
No,
Like,
there's
please,
something
please.
I have to ask my wife. What's one thing that we don't know about you?
Mhm.
You don't even know this one.
Oh, wow. See, I knew this was
no.
going to be good.
This is why he does this.
I love to wear nail polish, but I don't because it makes my fingers feel funny.
You can feel it?
Yes. Doesn't it make your fingers feel funny?
At
I just
first.
feel
You're
pretty.
so
I
funny,
just feel
Jen.
pretty. I just like to
I don't
show my
know, but that
titties.
sounds weird.
How about you, Philip? Does it make your
Thank
fingers
you.
feel funny?
To make you feel
I think she
I-
feels like her nails
I have
can't
no
breathe.
idea. I can't contribute a whole lot to these conversations.
What?
You're
You don't need
Canadian.
glasses yet?
You
What's
don't
your
have. You didn't
problem?
need a pregnancy test.
No, I don't need glasses yet.
or your pregnancy test.
Or any of that.
All right, let's continue on here. Who haven't I talked? Helena, if you could choose an equestrian discipline that you would become a professional in, what would it be? And you were actually good at it. Let's give you that too.
That what?
That you were actually good at it too. I'm waving the wand and saying you're good at it.
No.
I think I would like to be a real life wrangler, like the person who drives cattle
Boy, that's not the answer I expected.
over like
Be a
hundreds
cowboy.
of miles.
Oh,
You
wow.
get on your horse and you drive cattle from one range to the other.
Good job. That's hard
Yeah,
work.
that's good. You would look good in the
Yeah, no.
outfit too.
Right? I'd be a good cowgirl.
Yeah,
right?
you would.
Yeah, come
Yeah.
on. Come out to California.
Okay.
Debbie could make that happen.
Yes.
Actually,
Glenn, I think we should have a HRN sponsored cattle drive. Dog drive.
Oh yeah.
City
great
Slickers for
idea.
HRN. That would be interesting.
Brilliant.
Love it.
I'd be the fat guy falling off in the back. That'd be me.
There's a chuck wagon for you.
I've always wanted to do the chuck wagon thing.
You have,
that.
Glenn. You've always wanted to
Yes.
do the chuck wagon.
I think that
I
would
would
be
do
a great
chuck wagon
idea.
with you, Glenn.
Yeah,
That would be
okay.
fun.
We'll be cooking. But you're
We'd
not
be
going to go
cooking
chase
and
cattle?
drinking. Oh, there'd be a lot of drinking by the chuck wagon area.
All right. Well, who else wants to answer that one? If you could choose
do.
another equestrian discipline.
I do.
Okay.
So if we would be good, right?
Yeah,
That's the-
I'm waving my wand.
You'd be
I would be a
automatically good.
Yep.
You don't
I
have
would
to
be
have
a
any.
show jumper. They win money. Travis,
Oh, true.
Travis like walks by me, like pinches me, like, can't you jump? Pinch, like, can't you make money? Pinch. Like, I would hands down be a show jumper. They go all over the world. They make money. Oh, that would be dreamy. So I would be a show jumper.
And the only other group that makes that kind of money is the Rainers. So,
I would try
Good
that
point.
too.
yeah.
Maybe I could do both if I was magically good at both of them. I just have horses all over and I just fly in, zip around, and be done. It'd be amazing.
Well, Philip, what
Yes.
about you?
I would be a cutter. I think that's really awesome.
Awesome.
Yeah.
That's
Yeah.
Boy,
Yeah, I
you
think
guys
just
all
the
are in the
horses-
cow mode tonight.
Let's do that.
Yeah.
Let's go to California and do
You
that.
got to come to California.
Yeah.
That's it.
Yes.
That sounds like an invitation to go stay at the ranch, Debbie.
Absolutely. Bring the cattle.
You got a bunkhouse, right? We're just gonna. How many beds are in that bunkhouse? We're all gonna go stay in the bunkhouse.
So much trouble. We'd be in trouble.
Enough. It's got a kitchen. Come on.
Debbie,
Oh,
by
we'd
the
have
way,
fun.
the ranch there at Flags Up Farm is pretty cool. It's pretty cool.
Yeah, there's cutting pins. There's reining pins.
And they have
there's
horses
everything.
I can ride. I even rode a horse
Right.
there, and I didn't
That's
die.
Right. And you didn't. We saved
right.
you.
All right, this goes for everybody. We're going to do just a final round, and then we're going to call it a day. Sandy wanted to know, what's the non-equestrian thing that you enjoy that maybe nobody knows about? That could be cooking, fly fishing, ballroom dancing. You're a gardener. And she said, eliminate drinking, because we all know the answer to that. So apparently we come across as drunks on the air. So let's start with Lena.
Say the question again.
It's the non-equestrian thing you enjoy. Cooking, fishing, ballroom dancing.
Dancing, Zumba, hip hop, dancing, moving my body.
Yep. I
Love it.
Yeah, I can see that. Coach
Like,
Jen?
we dance here. We dance here in my house every Friday night. We have a dance
Really?
party here. Yep.
That's so cool.
Just you and Buck?
And Grace.
Oh, okay. Okay. Because I was thinking about it. Everybody found the naked episode and has been posting about that in the auditor room again. And that's what I was picturing. So I just... Not with Grace.
No,
there.
we're PG-13 here.
No naked dancing.
All right. Coach Jen.
I love to go hiking.
Yeah.
Hmm.
We're
That's
actually
awesome.
talking about doing a hiking trip this year for our vacation, but we're going to glamp. We're going to stay in nice places at night. We're not doing tent.
Oh, thank God.
I don't want to hear about it. Yeah.
Doing tents. Dr. Wendy?
I love to go on the water, like paddleboarding or on the boat or fun stuff like
You
that.
actually have a boat membership, don't you?
Yeah, we don't have our own boat. We just are in a boat club, so we just call ahead and then get in and go on the boat, and we don't have
Like a
to take care
timeshare
of it.
boat.
We just bring it
Oh,
back.
that's awesome.
Yes, it's so awesome.
They probably do
It's the
that in
best.
Newport, but
being a former boat owner, it is so good. I feel super spoiled.
they probably do that in Newport, Helena. It'd just be $20,000 a day.
They do. Well, you should go listen to our yachting episode. Yeah, that's pretty much try $130,000 a day.
Yeah, this isn't yachting. This is like we're going out on a little tiny boat floating around.
Yeah, actually, that's a thing now. It's like a thing. It's like boat Uber. You can just your boat is ready.
That's a good idea, though. You don't have to take care of it because they're a bigger suck of money than horses. And then Reese?
Well, a lot of you guys know Travis, my husband, and really just hanging out with him. Like we can get into trouble and have fun doing whatever. So when I have free time, I like to just hang out with Travis, and I like to cook. I like to read. But yeah, I really just like hanging out with Travis. Wherever we are.
I like hanging out with Travis too.
Yeah, Phil.
I was just going to say the same thing.
we just like hanging out with him, and like he's just great, and I just really enjoy being with my husband. So, and sometimes not with animals, like away. I love my animals too, but it's fun to, like we went to the Biltmore a couple weeks ago, and we just hung out. It was fun.
Oh, so isn't the Biltmore cool?
It's
love
very
the
cool.
Yeah.
It's very cool. So I would just say, like when I can, like just hang out with Travis and doing whatever we get into.
So we don't have to ask you if you did the trail ride at the Biltmore because we got that.
No. I am not. Some people like to go on vacation and do horses. I want to go on vacation and not even see a horse. I can't. I don't like to. Nope. I don't want to see a horse.
I'm with Reese.
Yeah, I don't want to see a horse or talk about a horse or anything. I'm 4 days, and then I really miss my horses. Like then I really that's like once a year. After day 4, I'm like, oh, I really miss them. But for the first 4 days, I'm like, is everyone still alive? Please, I hope so. But yeah, no. But then I really love my horses, and I want to come home and get kisses. So,
Philip.
Yeah.
I guess non-horsey. I'm a pretty big sports fan, so I spend a lot of time watching baseball, football, basketball, all the other sports. And Meredith and I, we really like, going to concerts. So we see a lot of music things. There's a lot of festivals and events over the summer here in Toronto. So we do a lot of that kind of stuff,
I do see you posting about going to concerts.
I'm spilling it. I was hoping Phil would say it but Phil and Meredith like to go to raves.
We like to party.
Yeah. Like to raves.
And Philip, after hearing this show, I do not picture that at all. But
yes,
I know. But yeah, maybe that's the one thing that nobody knows. Yeah.
I
we will be. Yeah. It's like I like the music and I like to dance and I like to
So I cannot see Philip being thrown around at the top of hands at a rave. I cannot picture it.
I have seen it in Vegas. No more will be said, but yeah, I have seen it. Everything else is staying in Vegas, but Phil, it's great. They're awesome. They're so fun to go with.
Who knew Philip was the wild one of this whole group?
Yes, I did.
Well, it's not a particularly wild group. Let's just say that.
How about Debbie?
Gosh, after that, well, you know what? This last year, I took a beading like at night just to relax. And there's 3 of us that we all buy beads together and everything, and we call ourselves the wife beaters. I admitted that. See?
That's pretty good.
What do you do beading? Like I don't understand. What do you do?
We just make necklaces. Yeah, we just, we buy all these cool beads. Like we just went on a trip to Santa Fe, New Mexico, and we bought this store has been there like 50 years. And so they have these beautiful old Indian trade beads, and they're silver with tarnish on them and everything. And they're just really cool. And, it's easy. I mean, it's not too hard, but you have to come up with the things that you want to put together, and then you give them away quickly.
That's nice.
That's cool.
It's relaxing. Yeah, it's fun.
Very good. And, I think mine would be tennis. I love tennis, and I just don't get to play as much anymore, but I used to play all the time. Actually, the last time I played was with Dr. Kyle down in Sarasota when he came down to visit. It was a lot of fun. But I do love tennis. I know, and Debbie, you already knew that because we've had discussions about your husband.
Because horse hubbies, right?
Yeah,
you got to come out here and play tennis with Tom. That'd be fun.
Well, you guys might not know that Debbie's husband is a professional tennis player and coach.
There we go. There's one thing you might not have known about me.
Yeah. So that was kind of cool. And then that picture Debbie had with photobombed by Bill Gates at the tennis club. That was the best picture ever.
That's awesome.
It's not everybody that gets photobombed by Bill Gates, and he knew he was doing it too because
funny.
he had a smirk on his face.
He did. Yeah, he did. He thought that was funny.
And yet she still hangs around with us, so that tells you something about
Yeah,
Debbie.
from a distance though, I'm all
Smart. Very smart.
And on that,
But you
we
don't
end the
have
show.
Hey, girl.
Thank you all for another great year on the Horse Radio Network. We really appreciate you guys and everything that you put into the shows and how entertaining you make them. It's been a lot of fun this year too. I'm really gonna point out. We love all of our listeners, but our auditors in the auditor room have really made this a whole new experience for us this year.
Yeah.
I don't know about you guys, but they post 1,000 things in there a day. I can't keep up, but it has made it a much more personal experience for me as a host, and to be closer to our listeners. So
They brought it to the next level, didn't they? That
Yes.
auditor thing.
Unbelievable.
yes, and it is a family in there. There's no question about it. And sometimes I feel like Dad looking in, but but it really has.
turn off the light.
Yeah. It really has helped a lot. And of course, our sponsors. We have tremendous sponsors, and without them, we wouldn't be here. Several of them have already renewed for next year, and we really appreciate that. And we just love them to death. And, a lot of them we've been with since the beginning. So 8 years, 6 to 8 years for a lot of them. And we thank you so much for being a part of what we do here every week, and we really appreciate it. And, of course, our listeners is the one that's the biggest. Without you guys, we wouldn't be here at all because there'd be no sponsors and we would be talking to ourselves.
That's right.
So thank you, and we really appreciate all of you. And we have new shows coming next year. 2 I can announce here right now is the Plaid Horse Magazine is in the Hunter Jumper world, and they are starting their own weekly show in January. It's going to be called the Plaidcast. And one of those, they're going to be doing all different kinds of things. But one of those episodes is with Tanya Johnston, who is a mental coach. You might know her, Debbie, who is a mental riding coach. And she's going to be doing one episode a month talking about the mental side of riding. And she's going to be answering listener questions and having professional riders on, talking about what they do. So that's kind of cool, adding that to the mix. And also, of course, the World Equestrian Games radio show will be starting in January, twice a month through the WEG next year. Samantha Clark is back for all of you old timers that were around 6 years ago. She's back, and we're excited to have her back too. She was the third host on the Horse Radio Network way back when. So she's coming back, and the WEG show, we're getting it geared up, and we're looking forward to having fun with that. So that's all kinds of new things coming. There's a couple other shows I can't talk about yet, but there'll probably be 14 shows before long here on the network.
Wow.
So look for those coming up too. Salute to you guys. Cheers.
Cheers.
Merry Christmas and Happy New Year, everybody.
With the bottle.
Yay.
Yay.
Right there in that summer dress, wildflowers in her hair. She can go anywhere on that Palomino mare. She's got Rocky Mountain ivory that she wears around her neck, and the Grateful Dead play a song in her head. Somewhere between cowboy and hippie, she's all about peace, love, horses, and me. She could end the war with just a smile. She can drive a tractor, baling hay for miles and miles. She says innocence grows right out of the ground. She believes in heaven, and what goes around comes around. Somewhere between doing that song that he sang about two books with different covers, but the pages are the same. It's certain as a river in the spring. You seal a deal with a handshake, that's her philosophy. She can rope and ride, and she likes hanging out with me. She believes that love is the one thing that can change anything. And she loves me, and that's the part that gets me. She's all about peace, love, horses, and me.